What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's the Dadbod Golf Pod, episode 86. It's Thursday, and we are raring to go. It's Kyle, Nate, Ben, and back again, fresh off his Q-School. What do you call it? What do you call it? You made it. You made it.
Completion. Yes.
Completion. Like nice, awesome finish. Blayne Barber back to go over everything that we experienced. We missed out the last two rounds and talk about the future. And Blayne, it's glad to have you back, bud.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Back in town, back. We're glad
back.
So, well, we missed that you had the weather day on Saturday, catching everybody up. So Blayne jumped on after second round. There's a complete weather shutdown on Saturday, and Sunday and Monday was actually pretty nice, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was. Saturday was probably the worst weather I've ever seen for 24 straight hours. It was like heavy rain, never got over about 45 degrees. The wind was blowing 20 to 30. And I mean, we just stayed inside the whole day. It was just like a super lazy day. It was nasty. And then Sunday was nasty for like the first nine. It still was kind of drizzly and cold. And then the sun finally came out and it was pretty good the second half. And then Monday was beautiful. So
awesome.
You have a nasty Saturday. You're not going to hit a ball. You're not going to hit a putt. You're not going to practice. Man, you can get out to work out. What do you do all day on a Saturday where you're just trying to kill time, I guess?
I woke up and I was just dreading every moment of what I was about to have to go do. And I was looking outside and I was like, there's no way we play golf today. There's no way we play golf today. So I went up to where Wyatt was staying in the game room and I was eating my breakfast and we got the text and I just gave him like three like really intense high fives in a row. Just bam.
Like school getting canceled.
Yeah. Yes. And so we just laid low. My brother had been training for this Savannah, they call it like the rock and roll marathon or something. It's a pretty big deal in Savannah. He'd been training for this marathon for 5 or 6 months and it got canceled because of the weather. So he was there staying with us. And so that stunk for them. It stinks for everybody that went up there to do the marathon. And so we just chilled at the house. And then we went there's like an outlet mall near the interstate, 30 or 40 minutes away, that killed an hour and a half of driving. We went over there, ate lunch, walked around a little bit, and then I took a great nap. Nice. And then we went to downtown Savannah to eat dinner. Nice. So it was just a restful day. It's a pretty long week. So
what do you do with Wyatt all day? Like how's it? It's gotta be hard to contain.
You have to like walk him or something. It's like you let him tote the bags from the store just to kind of make sure he doesn't.
What do you do with him all day?
What do you do with them all? We just drank a lot of coffee and just laughed and hung out. It was great.
That's awesome. Did anybody actually hit a shot in that? Because you said you were nervous.
It was you can guess it was like it started in the middle of the night and then by the time we woke up it was just dumping. So I mean,
gotcha.
Even if they wanted to send us out into some carnage, I don't think the golf course was playable.
Yeah, I kind of felt like when you said you were nervous, I almost felt like you were. It seemed in my mind I had you pictured like you were about to go off, and they shut it down.
Yeah, no, I was still getting my body ready at the house and mentally ready, and thankfully I didn't have to. So
that's huge. So you go out on Sunday, which would be your third round. We didn't really talk about that much. You want to go? Walk through that a little bit, talk about Sunday, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. I was playing with Andrew Kozan, who's a recent graduate from Auburn, played on the golf team, had a good career. Won first stage, made a clutch save on his last hole at second to get through. And then, so he's a rookie out there, and he bogeyed the last to shoot 63. So he played fantastic. So that was fun to watch. So shout out to Andrew. He's going to be finished. I think he finished second. He Zach Fisher birdied the last to beat Kozan and a couple other guys. So played with him. His game looked phenomenal. We've obviously known each other for 4 or 5 years now, but have only played together maybe once or twice around Auburn, just have hung out a lot, practicing and things. So It was cool to see him play really well. My game didn't feel very good on Saturday, and I was bogey free through 15 and 3 under par. And it was just I don't know. I don't know if the day off on Saturday kind of put me in a weird mood or mental play, but I was just frustrated all day. It was like nothing felt like it was going well. And then I was like, I mean, I'm bogey free, and I still was just didn't feel engaged, and kind of felt like I had a short fuse, and hit a really 16's a really tough hole. Hit driver 6 iron like 15 feet, and then just 3-putted out of nowhere. Kind of just hit a terrible second putt that lipped out. And then on 17, hit it in a weird place off the tee. There's kind of some water right, and I hit a 7-iron left of the pin, and then 3-putted that. So I bogeyed 16 and 17. And then hit a 7-iron at 18 to like 2 feet to finish with a birdie. So on the scorecard, it looked fine, like shot 2 under, kept myself in position, but it was a weird day. I had to apologize to Wyatt. I was just grouchy, and it was an odd off day. Haven't had one of those in a long time. I feel like I've kind of grown and moved past that. So that was kind of kicking the pants. And then, so going into Sunday, honestly, my goal was kind of just to have a good attitude and have fun and play. And so that was kind of the Saturday wrap up, or Sunday.
After you get off the course, though, are you thinking, man, I had a crappy middle day and I still put up a 2 under? When you look at the rest of the scores, I mean, yeah, Andrew went low, but that still was a good score for the day.
Yeah, for sure. I think sometimes part of the cliche of staying in the present and controlling the controllables and just being disciplined on those type of little things is like getting outside of the result. And in my mind, I wanted to have a chance to contend and win. And then as that starts to slip away, there's unnecessary frustration or pressure or like anything like that. So I think that was a little bit of it, as I was kind of slipping out of contention. I mean, I had a ton of good looks at birdie, wasn't making putts. And so it just kind of, I just had an off day in terms of my mental sharpness. And so yes, the score was good. I was still in the right place I needed to be, but I just felt like I could have squeezed a lot more out of that if I'd have been a little bit more focused.
I mean, you had to have all the possible distractions you possibly could have, though. Like when you have the weather, and then the delay, and then me texting
yeah, that's right.
I can relate to that though. Like my off day is 2 under, is and you have to get through it.
You just have to battle through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bogey. It happens when you're
bogey free through 15, 3 under. I find myself frustrated in that.
You get so bored
all the time.
You just get so bored. You're like, God, I'm just so dang good at this.
Plus, I will say nothing's more uplifting than having a frustrating day and then 3-putting 2 holes in a row. That's got to be just glorious.
Yeah.
Wyatt was looking out for his shins coming off of 17.
I bet Wyatt didn't say a word on 16 and 17.
Yeah, he didn't. And awesome. I didn't either. So yes, it was there was a lot of apologies, and then you just kind of put it behind you and wake up on Monday and kick it back up again.
Did you at least smile when you birdied 18? I mean, did you get any sort of smile or look at him and be like, well, at least we did something right down the stretch? In
fairness, if you're only going to see this if you're watching the YouTube video here, but like the green was very severely sloped from the left to the right, and the pin was cut all the way on the right, and then there's water right of the pin. So it's like bunker short, high tier left, low tier right, water right. And so can't miss right, going at the pins. I wasn't swinging it well enough to feel like I could just fire at it. So I picked a target like 10, 12 feet left the pin and just yanked it like I'd been doing all day, pulled it like 20 feet left of my target and hit it a little past. And so I was frustrated with I just didn't make a good swing. And then it hits and trickles and barely catches the slope and rolls down to 2 feet. So it's like, I birdied it and it looks like a good shot to everyone watching. And it was just as bad as any other shot I had hit. I just gravity happened to work in my favor on that hole. So, I mean, I hit it to the correct side, but in my mind, it wasn't like, which is stupid because I did the score. I shot the score I needed to, but like I did not execute and
Right.
it just worked out. So
Nate, do you want to say it or am I going to say it?
Go ahead.
You don't got to draw a picture on the scorecard.
No, you
That's
don't.
right, yeah. There's
Scorecard
no
don't know. Mm-mm.
no pictures.
Scorecard
Hey,
don't
we
know.
didn't know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
looked
that's
at,
right.
Actually, we couldn't look
Yeah.
at your scorecard because PGA Tour app sucks.
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
right.
did you
I
see
got to
that?
look at everybody's
Only one on the
scorecard in
field.
the entire field except for Blayne Barber.
Did you see that video I posted?
Yeah, I think maybe I'm canceled. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think you got canceled. Like, no
Yeah.
joke. I had y'all start. I had your group starred. I would select Andrews. It would pop down and show a scorecard. Then I'd go
Yeah.
down to Zach's. I'd pop his down, show his scorecard. Then I go to yours, and it's just the spinning wheel.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's the
Did you
weirdest-
encounter that while you were playing? Like while you were checking?
Were you actually
Yeah.
the spinning
When
wheel?
I was the guy, one of my good friend that I was staying with his parents, I was hanging out with him all week. He kept telling me the same thing when I'd finish. He was all disgruntled that he couldn't look at my hole by hole, and I was like, just look at the total. It doesn't matter what I'm doing hole by hole.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At one point in
so
I think
time,
my
I don't know why
dad
that
follows
was.
you. My dad follows you on his desktop, so he was texting me because he texted me pretty much every round you've ever shot in your whole life since he met you. Like I've gotten an update on it from
Yeah,
him.
that's great.
So yeah, he was giving me hole by hole, but I think it's from the desktop at the house.
the
I
desktop
didn't know it
works.
wasn't working outside of people would give me feedback because I was just using my like PGA Tour members app because the leaderboard was a little cleaner.
Hey, let
Yeah.
me get that login. Hey, let me
Uh,
get that
yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Next time I'll pass it.
Won't you
Next time I'll
drop
pass it
that?
around.
Let me get that GG. Is
You're
it
about to be
GG?
entered into the first 8 events. Bam, bam, bam.
That's right. Yeah. Until you guys screw up my commitments profile, and then I'm done.
Well, you've been known to screw those up on your
Yeah,
own.
I've
though.
done that myself. Maybe I need to put somebody else in charge of that.
No, so all right.
Woo!
So you go into
That's true.
Saturday. That
was
was
a true dig.
Chicago. That was Chicago,
Yeah.
right?
That's right. Yeah. I've done it in Wichita too. I did it in 19 in Wichita. So
Yikes. We got to double check those, Blayne. If you
Yes.
want me to go back and double check.
I will
with you,
not mess that up this year. I will do this right.
please don't. No, seriously though, you go into the last round, and you're right there, in the mix as far as like you got a chance. You're set to just got to punt the ball, get it, or not punt the ball, but just like down the ball, get it going,
Yeah.
and you're gonna
Yeah.
have a good finish. What's your mindset going in the last round? How do you execute that? And any crazy things that happen will be awesome to hear too.
Yeah. Man, I've said to a couple people, I'm still kind of indifferent as to how I feel about the week because I just I accomplished the ultimate goal of getting through the top 40, but my game was just not sharp. I mean, I got it around fine and I did what I needed to, but I went in with a lot of confidence. I never felt like I wasn't going to finish in the top 40, which is a thing to hang my hat on in terms of just confidence going into the week and how I felt about my game. But I was sloppy. I got it to 600 the first day, shot 4, struggled the second day, had a chance to go pretty low in the third round and didn't. And then on Sunday, I was 4 under through 7, and then shot even. And so on that last day, I was just, I wasn't ever nervous about not getting through the top 4. Honestly, I don't even think that came into my mind, which I guess if you just do it enough, that kind of, can take care of itself. But I went out that my whole goal for the day was just to process things appropriately and have a good attitude and just have fun, like just to enjoy the last round with Wyatt. And so I'm very much a perfectionist and it's very hard for me to do. And so first hole, hit a bad drive into a bunker, hit like a saved kind of flip 4-iron to like 12 feet, and I made it. So birdie the first hole, kind of in my mind an ugly birdie, but just no pictures. Second hole, we have like
4-iron from a bunker.
7-iron. Sorry, I think I said 4-iron. I meant 7-iron.
Okay, I was about to say that.
Yeah, you're not saying
Yeah,
that.
my bad.
Really good.
Then on the second hole, we had like a 20-minute wait on the tee. There was a ruling on the green or something. It's a par 5. Still kind of chilly, so the ball's not going as far as it will later in the day. And hit driver 3-wood to like 6 feet. Back tuck left pin. I'm just trying to hit it anywhere up near the green to have a look at it. And now I got the 6-footer and just hit a terrible putt. So 2-putt for birdie. Just like shoved it off the face and kind of it just felt like a nervy stroke just because it was early in the day. I was trying to get the feel for the greens. So birdied that, but I mean, super makeable putt. Next hole, I have like a 10-footer straight up the hill and misread it and blow it like 4 feet by. So I make that. So, I mean, realistically, if I get the putter hot, I can be 4 under through 3.
Yeah.
Next hole, tough par 3, hit a beautiful 6-iron, like 20 feet, safe side of the hole. Both my playing partners bogeyed the hole. It's a tough hole. And I run this 20-footer like 6 feet by. And at this point, I'm just like, clearly I don't have a feel for the speed of the greens. So I need to course correct here quickly. Make that, which is a good putt. Next hole's par 5, have like a 12-footer, miss it, misread it, put a bad stroke on it. And I mean, at this point, I'm just like, I mean, I'm doing everything I need to do, but it just feels like guidey. It just doesn't feel, like it's natural. So I'm really tied into like how I'm playing. I'm not worried about the overall score. I mean, I'm in a good position. Then I birdie 7, and then on 8, I snap hook it in the trees. I'm sorry, birdie
6 and 7.
birdie 6, and on 7 hit a snap hook 3-wood in the trees, and then chunk a pitching wedge off this like kind of goofy lie. And at this point is where like what my intent for the day comes in, because now I've missed a green. I have a tough up and down. I just got to hit the next shot. Like, this is where being one shot at a time, moment by moment is, helpful. Get up there and I'm chip it in. So
nice.
birdie 7.
Yeah. That was a little spoiler alert. My bad.
You're
Yeah. If anything exciting happened, could you tell us?
So that was it was a tough up and down, and I made it just dead center, perfect speed, just dripped in. And then on 8, it's like I think it was a 206 shot, par 3, long par 3, and I hit 5-iron to like 15 feet, and then misread that. And so it's like, I mean, I could be 6 under through 8,
Easy.
with just a mediocre if I'm rolling the ball well. And then on 9, blew my putt like 12 feet by and 3-putted. So bogey 9. And then on 12, 3-putter for double. So that was fun. And then on 13, the next tee shot, I step up and I hit a driver like 60 yards right and pump it into the marsh. And I actually got up and down from like 76 yards for bogey. So got up and down for a bogey with a wedge. And so at that point I'm even, and I'm just like, you know what? And I handled it really well, really thankful for that. That was kind of like my highlight of the last day. It was just, that's those little moral victories are kind of the things that I need to continue to do well to have success and get back to where I want to be. So birdie the next hole, and then the greens were just like super, super firm and fiery that last day, and I just never quite got a feel for the speed. But got it into the house and never really got in trouble after that. Had a good look on 15, and then a pretty good look on 17 and 18, but just couldn't quite. The putter just was cold. So yeah, finished out the week at 3 under, and like I said, accomplished the ultimate goal, but it was just kind of I still don't emotionally haven't quite processed it, because I just didn't feel like I played like I was hoping to.
Yeah. What's it like? Go ahead, Kyle.
No, dude, you got it. Go.
So what's it like in the clubhouse when you get done? I mean, obviously you come in on 17 and 18, and like you said, you never really even thought about the top 40, but you have to see some tension, some guys, walking around anxiously pacing. I mean, I guess there's guys who come in, they're waiting to see what everybody does. What's it like?
Yeah, there's Q-School is a stressful endeavor. I think this being my 4th time doing it, I mean, there's a lot of guys that do it a lot of times. This year, it just felt entirely different for me. And I don't know exactly why that is. But there is a lot of that. I went in and signed my scorecard, and then somebody was like, "Hey, will you come do a media interview?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I don't know what you're going to ask me about, but it just felt like a very anticlimactic story." So I walk out there and she's like, "So how does it feel to have the first, so many?" And I was like, I just gave her some like really honest answer. I was like, honestly, I don't really know. It's like, yeah, that's great. That's kind of what I came here to do. And she was just like, she kind of got wide-eyed, and then she like tried to ask me another question. And I just, it was a really awkward exchange. And so there was a lot of that. I just kind of like finished, gave Wyatt a hug, and just got in the car, and I was just excited to get home, to see Morgan and the kids. So that is typically the experience. I didn't see it as much this year. And then for me, I was kind of just like, got my business done and got out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's and I think it ended up, I was kind of watching the leaderboard as I was driving, and I think it came down to like T39. So I mean, it could have moved one spot pretty quickly back or forth, and that changes guys' years. You know, having those first 8 events is huge. Compared to being in a conditional spot.
Suture was one that we followed, and he shot one over, and it dropped him 20 spots, and he fell out of that top 39.
Man. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, or I saw where he finished. I didn't see what he had shot, but
yeah, that's
and that's another thing. Like 1 or 2 shots, because of like how 1 or 2 shots can drop you so very far. Like can drop you incredibly far. So
yeah,
you know, like you said, just to finish out, what was even par, I think, is what got in, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, was it 1 under? I think
it was 1 under. It was 1 under.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 1 under.
Even was T51, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, 1 under. So like, yeah, you still had to finish. You still had to get it in the house, and you did it.
Yeah.
And clarify something really quick, because we were talking about this. It's 8 starts, right? It changed or something this year.
I have no idea. I don't know where. I thought I'd seen that somewhere, and I think it may be because when I came off the PGA Tour in 18, that category I was guaranteed 4 starts to start the year.
Yeah.
And so yes, I was just wrong on that, which was a great surprise on the drive home. I was talking to Tom Whitney, one of my friends out on the Korn Ferry, and he made that comment, which is huge because that'll allow me to. I just don't have to feel like I have to play all those events kind of early in the year. I can kind of ease into the year in terms of travel and get my game ready. And then once we hit the Southeast, I can just kind of hit the ground rolling. So
I kind of bragged on how well you knew everything. And so that reflects poorly on me. You didn't.
That's
know.
Like a double bonus.
Sorry,
that's like finding like $1 in your
pocket. That's awesome. We're all like, should we tell him? It was like Saturday night or something.
Yeah,
should we tell him? Like, no,
we weren't hearing that. When Kyle looked it up and he texted to us and he's like, should we tell him? And it's like, no, we don't need to mess with him now.
Yeah, don't say anything. Just let it go.
Hey, thanks. No, yeah.
He's shopping with White at the mall right now. Don't ruin it.
It wouldn't have made a difference, but it was a nice surprise for sure.
He's babysitting White at the mall.
That's right.
all. He's in the Nike outlet trying to figure out a pair of tennis shoes.
Let me tell you something awesome. that won't be a surprise. And that's
Go ahead, tell us.
That's how awesome you'll feel when you buy anything from Swannies.co. Use coupon code DadbodGolfPod -25. You can get hooked up like Ben. Look at his brand new hat, fresh out the box.
I'm not saying they do this for everybody. The hat was free.
Ooh!
I got a hoodie and got this pullover, and that was a surprise when I opened the box. The hat was sitting in there.
Did it do that for you, Blayne?
Good looking hat. Maybe.
Blayne gets everything for free.
Hey, shout out Ben.
Possibly.
I don't know if we gave him a proper welcome back, but I'm glad. you're
welcome back, Ben. Yeah, we're happy.
You kind of got lucky. You came back on a Blayne episode. It's about Blayne and not about me just letting you have it. But there'll be a time for that.
I listened to you guys while I was away, and I mean, I kind of took easy punching bag, that kind of thing. I mean, Kyle was trying to be all sincere and thank me for my troubles with my family. And Nate's like, I miss him. I really want to make fun of him. I really want to give him a bunch of jabs. I'm like, thanks, Nate. That's so nice of you.
That's love. That's love. But yeah, check out Swannies.co. We're all teammates. We love Swannies. They hook us up. So hook them up.
I got the hoodie too, Kyle, by the way.
Sweet.
I got the hoodie. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, wow.
Coupon code DadbodGolfPod -25. All right, we kind of alluded to it. So let's talk about what's next. All right, so we have, Blayne, you have 8 starts guaranteed coming up, and your first tournament is not until January 16th, and it's in the Bahamas at Emerald Bay. What do you do between now and then to be ready?
We should go. Swannies for us to go.
And the reason I ask that is because
Swannies.
The reason I ask that is because guys, come on. I'm just kidding. No, so the reason I ask that is because the temperature, the climate is going to be a lot different than it is practicing in Alabama through December, the rest of November into December, and then the beginning part of January. It's going to be pretty miserable here typically. So how do you handle that? to get ready?
Not
to go
well.
Not
Hi.
At least he's honest.
I'm formulating a plan right now for kind of how I want to go about it. I have a few ideas in my head for just stuff I want to kind of clean up, work on my game. But I try to just go, especially during the wintertime, because it is hit or miss with the kind of days you can get outside and get quality practice in. I just try to go quality over quantity. And so I'll develop kind of some of the stuff I want to work on, and then just kind of let it ebb and flow with we're busy with family during the holidays. And then Morgan and I are going on a retreat with some other couples early December. And then Russell Henley and I are hosting a CG College Golf Fellowship retreat with some college guys again, and then Christmas. And then, so it's just like, there's a lot of stuff packed in there. And so in the off time, I'll treat it as a somewhat of, some time off to just get away from golf. But then, I obviously want to be sharp and ready when we go to the Bahamas. So, it's just kind of just get it and get good quality work in when it's available. And then when it's not, I just try to enjoy kind of having a break, because we're so busy from April to September.
Absolutely. You need somebody to hold an umbrella over you while you're hitting. I'm sure Kyle will be available to come out. And
if there needs to be an umbrella held, I will be inside the hitting bays with the heater turned on.
There you go.
Thank you.
Get that Bahamas feel. Get that Bahamas
feel.
Yeah,
that's right.
Will you go, you're from, how far south Florida are you from?
My family's pretty far north. We're only Lake City's only like 40 miles from the Georgia line, so it's pretty far.
Won't be
north.
that won't be too much different. So you can't really go.
And I mean, I've gone to South Florida to prep for the new season once before, like in West Palm.
Right.
And there can be benefit to it, but honestly, if I'm fresh mentally and I feel good, and I can get, if I need just some if I need to just get my practice in inside the hitting bays, I can do that too. So
that's true.
I just try not to put too much pressure on all of that. And then just, the Bahamas is a nice warm up, literally and figuratively, because it's different. The golf course is difficult. It's very tight. And you can get some crazy winds down there, which they've had in the past. I've never played the ridiculous stuff, but I mean, I've hit, I remember hitting 8-iron from 98 yards on, I think it's 13 one year.
That's
and
stupid.
I mean, I hit it pin high. And so
it does that with no wind.
It's a weird, the weather's beautiful, and it's nice to go sit on the beach and just, wear shorts and practice rounds when you're cold here. But the golf itself, you kind of just have to give yourself some grace and just I want to be ready to play, and I haven't really gone there quite fully prepped to play. So that's, a goal this year, but it is a nice place to start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
So maybe you can explain this. So the starts, is it kind of like a use it or lose it scenario? Or let's say you go play the two Bahamas tournaments that are back to back. So you got Bahamas, Great Exuma, then Bahamas, Great Abaco. Those are back to back weeks. You go play those and you come home and you skip Panama. Is that a use it or lose it thing, or do you kind of carry it over? How does that work?
It's just use it or lose it. So they do the reshuffle of points every 4 events.
Right.
So that the way it kind of just works out is you're exempt through the first 2 reshuffles.
Sure.
And so it's basically, I mean, we say that I have 8 starts, top 10 has 12, winners fully exempt, etc. But literally, if you just make a cut and earn any points, you're going to work yourself into the shuffle. Yes. And so having 8 starts is akin to just being fully exempt, more or less, unless you just completely tank.
Yeah.
But it is just, you are just those 8. So in my mind, I still haven't fully decided. I might play Abaco and not Exuma. Little different golf course, and it's a really, really beautiful place. Exuma is great, but it's a tough place to come straight back to play after not playing for a few months. But I potentially might just play Abaco, not play any of the other 3, and then just hit the ground running in, I don't know if it's Louisiana or Sarasota.
It's like it's in Florida. It starts off
Sarasota.
Yeah.
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 And then just play kind of those 4 back to back to back to back. And then really, because I just, there's a benefit to figuring out what courses Wyatt and I talked about this at the end of the season. One of my approaches this year is kind of going to be like, just play when you want to play, places you want to play, places you're going to play well, and don't feel the pressure to go out there every single week, which is hard to do on this tour. But like, if I just sit down and I pick 12 to 14 events, it's like, well, I just got to go get it done in those 12 to 14 events. And if I'm playing ones where they suit my game or I feel, excited to go, then I'm going to have a chance to win. So I might try to incorporate that strategy a little bit more this year. So there's now with the first 8, like if I play 5 of those 8, that's, that's a good start. So
for sure. So that answers that question. So we're maybe looking at Abaco, January 23rd through 26th. And then we come back to the States. We were talking about this. I was actually talking about this with Wyatt. So like these young guys, they're trying to make it trying to make it. And you get your card and you come out and you got to go Bahamas, Panama, Bogota, Colombia. Like, welcome to the tour. Welcome to the tour. Like that is a
Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's go ahead.
Back in 14, we played in Santiago, Chile, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Bogota, Panama, and León, Mexico.
Wow.
So we had 5 events in South America, and the Santiago and Sao Paulo events. I mean, that's a 10-hour flight from Atlanta. And it was fun memories. I mean, Morgan and I did it together. We were newly married, and cool experiences. But I mean, it's a grind, and it's expensive, and it's it's a tough way
expensive,
to
man.
Yeah.
Do you have back then, do a lot of dudes get local caddies and stuff like that whenever they go to these places?
Yeah. A lot in the South American countries. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'd say maybe like 50-50 with the field. Like some guys will get the regular caddies to come, but you got to take.
You weren't with Wyatt at that time, right?
No. Yeah, we've just been together for about 5 months.
So did you do local caddy?
I'm trying to remember. No, I actually think Morgan caddied for me.
I was about to ask you if she'd ever caddied for you.
And then I think my mic was messed up.
Those fancy ear pods. If you had wires, you had wires like the rest of us, you wouldn't have to worry about all that.
My headphones messed up.
Oh yeah, man.
You're back.
Sorry.
If only they were hardwired in.
Yeah. You had corded headphones. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have a clue what just happened.
I think your batteries ran out on your AirPods.
I think your AirPods
okay, man.
Okay, how about now?
You're good. You're perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
we can hear you.
Still look good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
At least he hears us.
So Morgan caddied those 2 events to save money primarily, because for me to pay Chris Murky was my caddy at the time, and like, if he does it as cheaply as possible, I mean, you're looking at a $1,000 round trip flight, $500-600 a week for the hotel, and it's like, it didn't make sense for me to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. So you get a little bit of everything, but I think, and we were talking, I don't know if Wyatt's passport is current. And the current wait times, I don't know how the Bahamas is going to work. So
mine is.
TV. Okay, Nate. Maybe
mine's
we can
current.
Live Dadbod golf pod throughout the week in the Bahamas.
Oh.
Somebody's got to do it.
Man, mine's current. So
Good to know.
I have 18 holes with Daniel Chopra. That's kind of my big claim to fame in the caddy world. So,
Nice.
I'll send you my resume.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. All right. So we got, like we said, we're going to be off for a little bit. The Korn Ferry Tour starts off mid-January. We're probably looking at, maybe that second Bahamas tournament towards the end of January with Blayne. And then February 17th, I think, is when it hits back in the States, and we're going to be wide open. And we're going to be rooting you through, man. We're rooting through. We're excited. We're proud. We were like texting back and forth on the group text after when we could finally figure out what your score was, because PGA Tour app sucks on the iPhone, but we got on the desktop and we could follow along perfect. And it was a lot of fun. Felt like we were like, I don't know, felt like we were playing with you. It was a lot of fun.
Wait till we get back to the PGA Tour, and then you can watch where the shots are landing just in real time.
That will be
Yes. Well, we're all gonna quit our jobs and just become groupies.
We're just gonna be the groupies that show up.
You can't quit, because at that point you'll be making enough money where you can just like put your logo on my bag or something. You know,
There's
whatever.
no
Exactly.
doubt.
True.
Exactly.
And people are going to ask you what that logo is because you do not fit that logo, but that's fine. You can
Quit taunting us. Quit taunting us.
Hey, last thing I want to talk about. Y'all have got to check. Blayne, have you posted your outfit that you wore on Monday?
No, I didn't, but it looked great.
You got to go.
Did you send it to Kyle and not us?
You got. I saw it. I saw it.
Gymnastics today.
Yeah.
I'll send it out.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to post that, guys. Had to be the best looking dude there. He was wearing his Swannies. I don't know what it's called. It's the one with like a Hawaiian print on it, and then the khaki Primo joggers, and then
matching
the shoes. The shoes were the best. The shoes had like the khaki wingtip, so it was like color coordinated like nobody's business.
Didn't you send us that? I think you sent it to us.
I sent you a screen. Maybe I did. I think they showed you making a.
You know me, I'm a big shoe guy. So as soon as you said the khaki,
I don't know if this is gonna show up, but I made a new My Joys order this week, and I'm gonna go gray with the brown.
Oh
my gosh!
Yes,
with gray laces too. How does that look?
Oh,
I like it.
Oh dear. I can't wait to get those in 5 years.
Dibs, 5 years.
That's right.
I don't know where I missed out on this, but
you don't have the same size foot. Sorry.
I'm taller than Blayne. How are his feet that much bigger than mine?
Hey, there's a buddy, Blake Brewer.
I mean, I can wear anything between an 8 and a 12. You know, I'll cinch him up. I'll look like a clown.
I love it.
No, I'm sitting around a 10.
Our buddy Blake Brewer, the guy that did the show shirtless.
Your shirts are too small for me, but apparently your shoes.
Yeah, your shoes fit all of us. So you just need to keep saving. Don't start giving those away to anybody else.
You got it.
He has some that say BB on the side, which is pretty sick. But Blake Brewer, the guy that did the show shirtless with us.
Oh my gosh.
He got a couple pairs of those and he thinks it's the greatest thing ever. So
yeah.
Actually, I think I have. Yeah, I need to get in touch with BB because I think I have one more pair that has BB on. So
nice.
I got the BB Tylus signed hat upstairs from the fundraiser that we did. Yeah, hold on to that one.
That's awesome.
It's been sitting on eBay for years. No one's
He wants it. My Sharpie mark devalued it.
I brazenly just barely hit it in passing. Primo Golf Apparel. Check them out.
Yes.
Blayne's gonna post his outfit, and you can try. And to look as good as him, but you'll still feel good. You'll probably look good anyway. Primo Golf Apparel. Use coupon code DADPOD15. Take 15% off your order. Golf joggers. We're making it a thing.
Dad pod,
not bod. Blayne started this, I feel like, and we're just gonna pick up the torch and carry it with him. Golf joggers. I'm probably gonna be wearing mine here.
You could
maybe Friday.
Matching elastic on the bottom, so it's just all.
Yeah, and that's something that we wanted and we got. So
I kind of like the different colors. I'm
50-50. I like both. I might get them. I might get two of the same color pair just so I can have the originals and so for throwbacks. They're for throwbacks.
Okay.
We're already doing throwbacks.
The consummate salesperson that Kyle is, I keep waiting on that order to show up with all colors from Primo.
It's going to come.
Okay. All right.
It's going to come. It's going to come. But hey, Blayne, thanks, dude. We're so proud of you. And this has been super fun to do with you. And it's fun to do life with you, Blayne. And we're proud.
Wow.
We're so proud to call you a friend. And so proud. We're big fans as well. And we wish you the best of luck. And we will talk again soon, guys. Episode 86 was awesome.
Strum those guitars, Blayne.
Yeah.
Go play some beautiful sweet tunes for your lady.
It's my bedtime.
Yeah, that's it. Me and you both, man.
There you go.
These late pods. Woo.
All right, guys, check us out tomorrow. We got another special guest. You'll just have to stay tuned to find out who it is. And I may have hinted at it earlier in the week, but follow us on all social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see how handsome we all are and how we wear Swannies gear and all the other stuff so well. And we'll do it again tomorrow. And then we'll take a few days off and we'll do it again on Monday. So
Love it.
check us out again tomorrow. It's the Dadbod Golf Pod.
Always stroking.